Yes, my people, welcome back on this lovely Sunday to another edition of the Reggae Boyz Weekly. Boy, people, I not even know if today is a lovely Sunday. Seeing what going in the race just now with Kishi and Thompson as well as Oblique Civil, the American Noah Lyad took the gold medal in the 100-meter men's final. So I don't know if it's a lovely Sunday for some people. It might be a lovely Sunday for me. Not so much because before the race, I said I wanted Kishi and Thompson or Oblique Civil to win. Not only win, but I wanted 1 and 2. So someone to get the gold and then someone to get the silver. Being that it's a Jamaican for both, gold and silver. But instead, it was Noah Lyles getting the gold, Kishi and Thompson getting second place, the silver, and then the next American guy getting the bronze medal in the 100-meter final. But listen, I think Noah Lyles, he won the race fair and square, especially, I think, by the standard in Olympics or just track in general. Whoever has their torso, I believe it is torso, over the line first. Torso is the biggest part of your body, which is the chest in that region. So Noah had it over the line first, and he got the gold. And it's a great rivalry. I think it's healthy competition between Noah and the Jamaicans, and he got the gold medal. So we'll move on from that, right? But big up to the Jamaican athletes. Set speed. They get nicer, but Dicanio, how are you on this Sunday one?
Bro, vibe just broke, bro. Olympics just shell, bro. Big up yourself, Owen. I my fault this week. Sorry. I my fault this week, late. But yeah, bro, vibes broke, fam. This is not the Olympics that we are used to. You see me? So we just want to scrap. We don't need Olympics. Bro, you see, like a day before we changed one of our group logos. Our predominantly Premier League with that one of the group. And it's a friend group. And it's a Premier League group. It's a friend group. And we change it to Olympics, But I'm just change back the DP, the quick and fast to perm. Come here and say, yo, a big joke thing this time. You see me? So Reggae Boyz with the pan now. One of the pan tracks from Reggae Boyz with the
pan. Owen, big up yourself. People, if you're just trying, just go ahead and smash that like button before I introduce the topics and give you guys the intro as well. Owen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna call out one YouTuber right now. I'm not in my bridge, I'm gonna call him up. But it's JT Sports Purposes. People, Owen, you can't say whatever late. JT, this man say him have a show 3 o'clock today. And the man not do the show till 2 days after. You get me? I say, if I know 3 o'clock today, the man do the show, I'm mad 4, 5 o'clock. And have people are wait. You see me? So me can't ever late. But Sports Prophecy always late. But I think we've said enough in terms of that. But once again, take Owen comment before I give you guys the topics. Him say Thompson was just inexperienced and didn't execute well, and he's relatively young, so we can learn from this and move on in the future, right? But today we're going to talk about Shamar Nicholson as he has been cut from the first team as it pertains to his club, Spartak Moscow. Shamar Nicholson went ahead as well to deactivate his Instagram page as well. And there's some news about him potentially. Well, there's some news about him potentially leaving Spartak Moscow on loan again. And I think surrounding the recent development as it pertains to Shamar Nicholson, I think he will be leaving Spartak Moscow. I think if the price is right, he will leave on a permanent, right? However, it looks like a loan deal might be the best option for Shamar Nicholson right now. He's not a part of the first team. The season for Spartak Moscow started recently. I think they're going to play tomorrow, which will be their 4th game of the official season. And Shamar Nicholson is nowhere to be seen around the first team, right? Also, we're going to talk about Kaheim Dixon as he is set to travel, or probably in the sky already. He's traveling to England to do his medical with Charlton Athletic. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Dujuan Richards as well, returning back to Chelsea to prepare for the upcoming season. I think there's a strong possibility that Whisper will go out on loan, and I'll give you guys the reason as to why I believe that. And we're also going to talk about Michail Antonio and his future at West Ham. Michail Antonio made it clear that he will be fighting for his place no matter who forward at the club in his position. So let me just give you guys the intro and we'll get into the topics. It's time to rise up. Yes, people, rise up, rise up. So we could start off with Kaheim Dixon first, right? So as we all know, Kaheim Dixon earned himself or himself a transfer to League One down there in England, the EFL League One, which his soon-to-be club Charlton Athletic, they play in that division. So it's been reported by the Jamaica Premier League that Kaheim Dixon is on his way to undergo medical at Charlton Athletic FC Football Club, and this is Kaheim Dixon pictured at the
Norman Manley.
Norman Manley International Airport down there in Kingston. So this is Kaheim Dixon. This picture is from today, just 2 hours ago. So Kaheim Dixon is on his way to England to undergo his medical. So I wish Kaheim Dixon the best of luck. I wish him nothing but success as it pertains to this new chapter in his life, leaving the JPL, going to EFL League One in England, different climate, different atmosphere, different everything, you know what I'm saying? New faces, a new environment. So something that he will have to adjust to. And the good thing is he has career and this not Charlton Athletic, who I know will help him to, acclimatize himself as quickly as possible. And in the comment section, we have, man like Fabian Reid, who was recently called up to the national team, wishing him good luck. We have a few other comments, some people say, well done, youth, all the best. Mama Sue, live comfortable, get a product. Somebody said, new beginning, all the best on your journey. Somebody said, nobody bigger than God, do it. You have Lamar Walker with the praying hands. But the kind of way I feel about this, Kaheim Dixon finally leaving Jamaica to undergo his medical down there in England. What do you feel about this?
Well, in hindsight, it's a good move, bro. I have to give them that. Is a good move. When the news just broke, though, it was underwhelming. And anyone who said that it is not an underwhelming move or it wasn't an underwhelming move, when you just hear about it, I lie at it. Because right, he was linked to MLS. He was linked to Belgium, Portugal, other top leagues, right? And to see him in League One, I was underwhelmed, right? But time fly and it breeze off, and we have time to think about it little deep, and we look on it and we say, all right, maybe it is a decent move. You see me? So yeah, bro, I just wish him I always did wish him all the best. Right? I just did wish, or I thought he could have gotten a better move, right? To maybe a top league or a first division league at that. Maybe if he went to Portugal or if he went to what them name? Belgium, those teams play in Europe, right? So that would have been a level up. It would have helped his development even more, playing for higher stakes and in bigger competitions, right? And more competitions as well. But yeah, bro, he is fairly new to the European stage. He's fairly new to abroad in general. It's not like one of the Phoenix man them where them they abroad regular, them have a whole lot of games or them play a whole lot of games against opposition in Europe or abroad, right? Kaheim Dixon is a local boy, being at Clarendon, Arnett Garden, such and such. I think starting him off right there is a very good way to develop him. And yeah, bro, I just wish him all the best. More of him can find him feet. Based on reports, they see him as a winger, which is very interesting. So yeah, hopefully he can just use him in skill, his talent, which is obviously there, his hard work is always there. So he has all the fruits to become a very brilliant player and to have a successful career as a professional footballer. I think the only thing might just be his tactical awareness, but the effort will definitely be there. That's one thing you can always say about Kaheim Dixon. So once he learns quickly and he suits into the system, there's no doubt that this guy is going to just be a superstar at that level. And hopefully rise through the ranks, because nobody knows to see him stay a League One and play football. So, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
you never get to make a video about it, What you think about, what you think initially about the move? When it just happened, and then what you think now?
I mean, remember, I did do a video like a couple months back surrounding like the scout report where the scouts them did say, like, Kaheim Dixon stated that he wanted to go into the Premier League, right? But the scouts, they stated that they don't think he's of that quality. So they would recommend him to leagues equivalent to like the MLS or, the Belgium Pro League or something like that. I think the scouting report did say, right? But in terms of the initial move, I didn't do a video about it. To me, I think, in all fairness, it's a good move, right? Especially for like a team like Charlton. However, I just wonder, how will they what is the priority surrounding a Kaheim Dixon? Will they give him enough time to develop? You get me? I say, because it's one thing to like get a player, like buy a player, whatever the case is, but will you give them enough time to develop? Will you give them enough time to like, show what they're about, especially a player like Kaheim Dixon? You know them way they a man where this time first time in a Europe as far as me know. You get me? I say? So he's not really used to the competition, he's not really used to the climate and the atmosphere of how the English game is played over there in England. So I just hope Charlton Athletic gives him enough time to acclimatize to the system, learn the game some more, and then him can repay them back in that sense, But I mean, a lot of Jamaicans, I saw a lot of comments stating that him should have go Portugal or him should have go Germany or whatever the case. I think people are just fooled by the name of some of these countries. Like, yeah, me get say, you have league on in France, you have Bundesliga in Germany, but we have to understand that Germany, they also have different leagues as well in the system, in the what would you call it, like the ecosystem or the pyramid of football in these respective countries. So not because you're Germany means you're going to play for a top club in Germany. You get me? I say him could have played for a team where just not suit him. So I think him getting the move to Charlton Athletic, I think it's a good move. And if it's one thing with like EFL and these stuff, is like you can be like a diamond out the rough, because essentially playing in League One, League Two, Championship, you're in the rough. You get me? I say you're in the trenches to an extent, in the sense that you can always get a bigger move to the English Premier League. You can always get a big move to other respectable league. You get me? I say so once you make something of yourself in these respective like League One and Championship, then you can go up in the pyramid of football. So that's how I see it. So I don't think
it's way easier to start at the top than it is to start way down at the bottom and work your way up. You see me? So that's my only concern. But at the end of the day, any way you want to look at it from any scope at all, this is a huge step up from where he is. And he can be able to form a career for himself. And so what? Even if the man end up be a League One player for the entire of his career, it's still a step up. Him still have to be able to provide for his family. So yeah, bro, I just have to just big him up and just hope so he can fulfill his potential. You see me?
Yeah. What's Kaheim Dixon's ceiling though? Because that's the big question surrounding Dixon. Like, what's his ceiling like?
Right now, I don't know. Because when I heard Belgium, I was thinking, all right. Because, the Belgian league is very small as well. Julipop Pro League, and like it have 20 teams. I think it's around 12. So there's always a shot of a team breaking through 1 year and playing in Europe, right? Whether that's Champions League, Europa League, and now we have Conference League. So even if he was at a mid-table team there's always a chance that they could even be playing at least Conference League football. So I was excited when I heard that there was a chance of him going to Belgium for that specific reason. But then when I hear saying about Charlton, that's the reason why but it kind of upset in a way, because I was like, where's this guy's ceiling now? Right? As I said, it always best to start at a higher level, because if you drop off, at least the level that you drop off to is going to be okay. But if him go to Charlton and him fail, where am I going to come back to? On it, garden. And that was my only concern. Look, for example, look on when name Omar Hutchinson, right? Omar Hutchinson in the Chelsea, in the Arsenal, right? And him can't cut it in one of them big 6 teams and him drop off, but guess where him drop off? Right? I want championship level, relegation type Premier League team. So that is what we did a talk about from. Right? You always want to be at the top. You always want to start at the very top. Right? Nobody no want to start and fight them way up naturally. Right? Not saying that it's not gonna happen. But you always want to start at the very top to give yourself that absolute best. Because when you're at the very top, a whole lot of eyes are there. Right? So even if you don't cut it right there, a whole lot of eyes are there looking around and say, all right, maybe him can work at this level. Right? Look on Trevante Stewart. Him get a move at Salernitana in the Syria from Mount Pleasant. Right? Suppose him did make a move and go for in Belgium, Europa Pro League. Right? And that never work out. Him level would have be way off. But the man's only part of clubs, it's them when he was Salernitana and say, all right, if Salernitana see something in him, maybe we can work with him and do something. You get what I say, bro? So that was my only concern with Dixon. But feel him If him go and him perform, it will work well. But you see, if him go and him not perform, bro, that is where the rupture gonna be, bro. I'm just feel that this team have done a little bit better to try get him at a higher level of football. I don't know where, but just playing at a higher level. You see me?
Like, for example, like even going to the MLS, I'm not saying for Dixon in general, right? Or Dixon per se, but even I think it's a better prospect to, well, I even want to use the MLS as an example, because a lot of the Jamaican players that tend to go overseas, especially to the United States, them drop from the MLS to the USL. And brother, honestly, people, I feel like would I rather play JPL than USL. I saw me see it. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but you don't really want that drop off of like you're in the MLS one moment and then you're in the USL. You know, how many players from the USL make it into the MLS? You know, the USL is like, for me, it's like a college league, you know, something like above college football. Like, I don't know. I just some see USL football, you know, I can't really sit down and watch.
We don't understand because we have a promotion and relegation system. So
yeah,
how players are going to improve, how the level are going to improve. That's American football system overall. Just want that's your brother.
Yeah, and the only thing for me with Dixon is not Dixon, but I think there's this trend that these Jamaican players have to break is, and we've seen it more and more in recent times where the players go overseas, right? It doesn't work out, and they come straight back to Jamaica. That cannot be the case, people. I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but that should never be the case. If you leave Jamaica and you make it in Europe, right? I won't say make it in Europe. I mean like you make it in the upper echelon or like football players or whatever, but you get a transfer move to Europe, a respective European league. You cannot not work out in this club at whichever respective league it is, and then the next day at Jamaica you come back. No. I'm not buying it. It just can't work like that, brother. You get me? I say, I understand a lot of people say like the players, they're not being developed properly in Jamaica, etc. So a lot of other clubs probably don't want them whenever them fail. But something have to change in terms of when we develop the players and send them overseas. If it doesn't work out at our next club overseas, then they must be able to get a next move overseas as well. You know, why is it that they're returning back to the JPL? That shows that there's something wrong with the development of the players in Jamaica. I'm going to take this coming from Early B. Him say, the moment you settle for less, you are going to get less than what you bargained for. I would have felt better if he was playing in the MLS, Belgium, and the EFL. Yeah.
If he fails at Charlton, he say, hey, and that's what I say, bro. I'm not saying the Charlton move is not a good move. It is a good move. However, it's a move where you have to go and you have to perform. Because if you go and you don't perform, the level that you're going to drop to is not a good level. You just have to find yourself back in the Jamaica Premier League. And Charlton, a whole lot of you guys have been saying a whole lot of good things about Charlton. Charlton finished closer to the bottom of their league than the top last campaign. Right? So a whole lot of you guys that are talking about old players that did play for Charlton that are way back in the day, brother. We are talking about now, modern day football. All right, Charlton might be an okay club back in the days. No, Charlton is not that brilliant, bro. Right? They played League One football last year and they were nowhere close to even getting promoted. They were not mid-table. They were closer to the bottom than the top. Right? So that is the level of the team that he finds himself in. Now, if you are in that team and you perform, then there's always a chance that you'll be able to step up. But if he doesn't perform, this is a guy that doesn't have a whole lot of experience in Europe. That will be his first time in a team setting like that in England. Right? So you want to forgive him, especially you want to give him a best ever opportunity, bro. So a whole lot of eyes will be on him. Nobody now watch League One football, brother. That me I try telling you, bro.
I'm not gonna say nobody now watch League One football. You get me? I say, well, me now watch League One football. I can't tell you that. What I will say though, pertaining to Charlton, and I think Jamaicans, they have this tendency to like hype up respective clubs whenever a Jamaican player moves to that club. And me not go do it, people. Me not go come on a public platform and hype up Charlton Athletic, because me and man I say, oh, them have one of the best academy, them produce this and that baller. Historically, I've never known Charlton Athletic as a club to produce top players, and even now, and if you look at the history of Charlton, you know, they've won like a few trophies, but it's nothing where you like your boss over. You get me? I say, I don't know where you go crazy over. I mean, they're playing in League One, like EFL League One, like it's nothing, people. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the championship. I mean, they're just one place off the championship, like behind the championship. But still, the quality of football in EFL League One, it is far apart from or far behind compared to the quality of play that is in the championship. You get me? I say?
Yo, I'm put
Yeah.
the comment there. Travis, big up yourself. What your reasons, so bro? Like you're perfect. I'm not perfect, fam, but just me will get this clear. Dixon, I'm a baller, like my rate Dixon, so don't feel like say me a fought on this and me not hope for him do well. Right? Like, I just have to be realistic. I see Taj also say why meds like him now go produce. And I'm not. I'm just being realistic. We have seen a whole lot of players go abroad and find themselves back in the JPL. I just don't want that form to him. So all I'm saying is look on even Zimenez. Zimenez is there. Where Belgium the other day and find himself back at
Yo, listen, I'm not to cut
JPL.
you. I'm not saying no like I'm cut you, but me hear enough people rave about Zimenez, brother. Enough people me hear rave about Tyreek Zimenez. And where this man find himself back in a JPL, brother.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that League One is not a respectable league where you can't develop. All I'm saying is for you to be linked to MLS, Portugal, and friggin' Belgium, and you get a move to League One, it is underwhelming to me. That's what I'm saying. It's underwhelming, bro. And as Early B came on and said, it's always best for you reach for the sky, and if you miss, you catch a cloud. Right? And at the same time with Trevante Stewart, everybody knows that Trevante Stewart was not at the level. I'm a virgin too, but we all knew that Trevante Stewart was not at the level to go play at Salernitana. But the man still go play at Salernitana, and even though him feel, look when man still in a respectable place to play football. And that is what I'm trying to say to you guys. Right? That's all me I say. This is not me hating on Dixon. This is not me not wishing Dixon well. Me rate Dixon, Michail Boyz are them two man, they are my two favorite players in the national team setup. But that don't mean I can't be realistic, fam. You see me? That's all, bro.
But I'd rather play in the AFL League One than MLS. I kind of feel like I'd rather play in the AFL League One than MLS. MLS just, you get me? I say the American structure, just the environment.
I'm not gonna diss them, so bro. Cause guess what? Rookie pick left from Barca to MLS, bro. And whole heap of players. Player at top leagues, then prefer to go to MLS and to go sit down in a League One. So based off that, I'm not going to say you would have prefer playing a League One than MLS, dog. No, brother, you wouldn't, Kishan, dog. You wouldn't, dog.
No, man, I'm playing a League One in England, man. I'm in England and eat fish and chips, people. Don't go play in MLS. No, man. Guess or no. One good season in an AFL League One can shoot me up either to the Championship or either to the English Premier League people. Your best season in MLS, keep in MLS, brother. Trust me. Your best season in Major League Soccer keeps you in the MLS. Unless like you have this wonderful season where somebody spot you in Europe and say, okay, like if you're like a Almiron or one of them guys there, you will get
up. But me show you Almiron get more.
But more people, you can tell us more people get more moves to the Premier League or Championship from AFL League One compared to having your best season.
The Championship. And you can move from MLS to Championship. All players do that.
Brother.
You can argue that the MLS is at Championship level.
What?
It is not League One.
Brother, what?
Bro,
yeah, me have an argument there, brother. MLS,
come on, dog.
I don't think there's one MLS team right now who can beat a proper championship team.
Inter Miami won the continental, not continental, what them call it? Leagues Cup. We have basically the best teams across the CONCACAF region in it. And you tell me, say, Tigres could play in a championship level? You tell me, say, the teams and what them beat, though they in a championship level? You tell me, say, they are League One level teams. The Mexican team, they were.
I do not think an MLS team, the best MLS team, I don't think they can beat a Leeds United.
Bro, I'm saying that, bro, MLS is limited, and it's not a great league, But at the end of the day, they, of course, they are a better league than friggin' League One. That means, say, you tell me, say, Messi are playing a League One level league.
But since MLS is a respectable league?
Bro, they are a championship level league.
You think MLS is championship in the Premier League in England? I mean, oh my!
I know it is.
You're mad, bro.
What is wrong with you?
Mad, fam.
Brother, stop chat foolishness. Brother, stop chat foolishness. I mean, yes, dog. When you want to compare MLS and League One football, but you know how much wicked man playing MLS compared to League One?
Hold on, what is the conversation about? Are you saying, hold on. You misconstrue more now. Are you saying that the MLS is better than the championship?
No, I said it is championship level. That means they're on the same level. And you said you disagree, so that means
I disagree.
League One and MLS, they're on the same level.
I disagree.
No, yes or no, answer my question. League One, where Dixon go, and
Yeah.
MLS, them they on the same level? All right. Brother, you know say that a madness if you say that the League One and MLS no they on the same level, brother. MLS is a league above. And that no means say they are a good league, but they are still above League One.
But I say MLS is a league above EFL
Exactly.
League One, but I do not think it is equal to the championship in England. I don't think so.
So how you gonna say that then? What is a league above? You have to go give me some tangible, because you just said that the MLS is a league above League One. But then you're going to say it is not equivalent to championship. What is a league above League One? Championship. So if you can't just contradict yourself like that, brother, you have to give me something tangible.
That's not me contradicting myself.
You are.
I'm just saying, bro, you look at Matt Turner.
So give me something tangible.
Hold on. You look at Matt Turner. Matt Turner couldn't make it at Arsenal. Matt Turner, shake if you're Nottingham Forest. What did the name with the Manchester City, where the American goalkeeper? Where is he now? Back in the MLS, brother. I've seen countless amount of American players go to England, whether it's in the Premier League or in the Championship.
Level. I didn't say MLS is Premier League level. So why are you bringing Premier League teams? Raise the weather, bro.
I cannot believe you think the MLS is equivalent to the Championship.
Bro,
in terms of quality.
Said, but you just say it too. You say it's a league above League One. What is a league above?
It doesn't mean that it's equivalent to Championship.
So give me some tangible, compare it with a league and let me know what level it is on. And that you have to do and stop just chat foolishness. Because what I am saying is a fact. You just said that it's a league above League One, right? And I said it is equivalent to Championship. What is a league above League One? Championship.
Look at this, people. Look at this. We have Coventry City, who played a good game against United, right? And Coventry last season, they had a good season as well, right? Good quality team, good ball game them play, right? Them have the youth where they leave Coventry where they and go for Sporting Lisbon in the Portuguese league, and everybody want to buy him now. What name again? Goikarez? Yeah, they bought him from Coventry. We have Leeds United, who not too long ago they were in the English Premier League with Bielsa, and then what the American guy did name again? Jesse March did have them for a while, and then them get relegated. Leeds United for a while, they did play good football in the Prem, right? You had Luton Town, they made it to the English Premier League last season. Now they're back in Championship. We have Sheffield United, who just a couple seasons ago, they came to the English Premier League and they played some quality football, you know. They beat some of the biggest teams across the English Premier League. You get me? I say, you have Watford, who they had good seasons in the Premier League before they went back down to the Championship. You have Norwich City, who every year them basically get promoted and then get relegated. And I look at the quality of some of these teams and the quality of players. You look at Burnley as well. And
you just named 10.
Okay. Historically, right? If I'm talking, repeat.
One to Sheffield Wednesday will barely get 18 or 24 points last season. They are still Championship level, no?
Bro. All I'm saying is, if you look at some of these, okay, let's before we talk about the teams that got promoted to the Prem this season. Let's look at last season. How many teams in the MLS can beat Leicester City? How many teams in MLS can beat Ipswich Town? How many teams in MLS can beat Leeds United? Let me make my point. Let me make my point now.
You are still a Championship level team.
Let me make my point. How many teams in the MLS? Hold on now. How many teams in the MLS can beat a Southampton? How many teams in the MLS can beat a Norwich or West Brom? And we can go to Coventry.
How many teams in the MLS can beat Sheffield Wednesday? At the same thing, it's still Championship level. Drill that in your head, brother. Championship level does not mean the top 6 teams in the Championship. Championship level, it's at 2014 then at the Championship.
Bro,
so you can't look how much or the top 7. Look how
much players get purchased from the Championship. We're going to the
Messi and Busquets and them man they can't go in a Championship and at least finish mid-table.
Inter Miami
with a Messi and a Busquets and a Suarez and a Yardi Alba. Them can't go in a Championship and finish at least mid-table. You tell me that?
You see, in a one-off with a man like a Messi and a Jordi Alba, hold on now. In a one-off now with a Messi and Jordi Alba and Busquets in a one season, then maybe. But I'm not going to come here and have
we are trying to stay at Championship level. The level, it means the league. It don't mean who they are at the top. So who they are at the bottom is also a part of that level. If you are a Premier League level team, it not only have to do with the big six. It have to do with mid-table. It have to do with the bottom table. That is what the level is. Premier League level. Championship level. League One level. So stop bringing up the biggest team them in a championship will get promoted to Premier League. And that's only Premier League.
One team that, brother. May I tell you, brother, I do not believe. May not disrespect the MLS people, but I am not going to put the championship on the same level as the MLS.
That's what me I say. I have given you facts. I'm back here in our corner. You need to defend yourself now. Because what I said was they are a league above League One. That means that they are equivalent to the championship. That was my point. Now you disagreed, right? And you said that yes, they are a league above League One, but they are not equivalent to the championship. So you need to make your point because my point makes sense based off a fact. A league above League One is the championship. That is a fact, which you agreed with. Now, if you are going to want to disagree, which means you have to contradict a fact, you have to give me a league, give me a tangible proof of a league that MLS level is on. Because you can't just talk off at the free of your mind, so bro. You have to give me a league of
right now. Let me tell you, right now, I don't know every league in the world, right? I do not know every league in the world.
Hold on, man. If you can back your word.
Hold on, man. I don't know every league in the world, but if I talk about every top division league that I know of right now across Europe and across what?
Why you talk about a top division league and we are talking about championship?
No, but that's the best division in America, the MLS. That's the highest division.
But I didn't compare them to a top division league in Europe. I compare them to a second division league.
All right. I'll move on from this. Because you know, I can't believe say
you need to learn to defend yourself the right way and stop.
No, it's not about defend. It's not about whatever color. It's not about defending myself. It's just that I think many people agree. So it don't make sense. We kind of waste my energy. You get me? I say.
No, I'm not to do with that.
Jump here, fan. Big up yourself.
Yo, guys, big up yourself. Bless up Sunday, you know. Why, person, you drive me out too? You drive me out wicked, you know.
What me do?
Right. If you, I try to scream in the chat to look up the official ranking of the MLS. MLS is considered officially the top 15 league in the world.
All right.
You say they're not.
And somebody said the championship rank 11th.
Yeah, man. The where MLS rank.
Which one higher?
Because, well, if you can say it's higher, but they're basically they're basically considered on par. And many times people are considered
11 to 15 is considered on par.
You know, say you know reason more while
yeah, but yes, because you're saying none of the teams them can make it out of 24-team league in the championship. I am not going to say they're going to enter and dominate the championship.
Exactly.
But the top team in MLS can hold their own in the championship. That's what I'm saying.
Which means that you have MLS teams that are at championship level, and that's what I said.
Yes, I agree with Dicanio was telling you. Nobody's saying they're going to go and dominate and win easy, or even may finish in the top 6 necessarily. But they can hold their own. It's not a necessity that they're going to get relegated just because they're MLS.
Exactly.
Like, what I wanted to ask you, personally, is that what have you seen from both leagues that make you think that MLS could not hold their own? You were even saying League One was better, which was shocking to me.
No, I didn't say League One was
better. You did.
No.
You did.
Ask me a question.
No. Oh God, Professor. No, Professor. No. Oh God, Professor. No, Professor. You said it, man. You said it. And then the kind of come at you. You'd have dial back a bit. But you did say initially.
You asked me a question. I'm going to pause. I'm going to answer. I'm going to say, I didn't. Okay, I always replay this, you know, so.
Of course, replay. May I make sure to.
All right, I'll give it a benefit of the doubt, but I was just asking, what makes you think that MLS could not handle its own in the championship?
All right, first of all, I just want to say, right? I go on MLS game, I think last year before last. I think it was the New York Red Bulls versus one next. I can't remember, but they played at the Met Stadium. And people, watch the quality of the ball game, and I was shocked. And if you look across the MLS, a lot of the MLS games that I've seen on television, plus that game in person, I just think the quality is far off compared to teams in the championship. So I don't think majority of teams in the MLS could hold their own in the championship. When they talk about the fundamentals of football and how some of these teams play in the MLS, they do not. I don't think they know the fundamentals of football. They know it, but them just not play. I don't think they have the quality.
Hold on, we can finish. Hold on.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
You feel? All right, let me just tackle him. let me start talking about the New York Red Bulls now. All right, so I've been watching MLS
The New York
since.
Red Bulls. No, sorry, not the Red Bulls. What the next New York team? New York City FC. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It wouldn't change much anyway, because City was actually worse than Red Bulls last year. City was one of the worst teams last year. So judging them off a one-off game is not necessarily indicative of the league's quality. If you watch consistently the top three teams, which was defending champions Crew, LAFC, and well, Miami is good this year, you will see that they can play some good football. Watching one of the poorest teams in the league on a one-off game, no, it is not a good idea to really judge the league off. Because
You know,
as a fan,
the same Inter Miami, they tend to struggle without Messi and the best players.
No, pressure, come on, man, do that, man. Why do that?
Yeah, the point
Messi missed 10 straight for them, and they're now the top of the league right now. And then finally losing first match against the Mexican Power Tigres the other day. They might actually be playing better with Messi.
I want how much is he watching, you know. I want how much is he watching. He only watching the match the other day where Inter Miami get full up and then he make him whole narrative based off that. But the point where I go make is another thing as well with the one-off thing, because I know Kishan watch championship football. Me know that. Me watch more championship football because me is a man me used to bet. So me used to watch a whole lot of championship football, bro. Right? And I know the judgment that Kishan is making now is based off those championship teams and their performances against bigger teams in the FA Cup, which most of the times are one-off games. Him no watch the level.
You might watch more championship games than me, but I've watched a handful of championship games, especially last season. Watched over 10 championship games last season, especially surrounding the Leicester Cities and the Leeds. And I know the quality of football that the championship possesses, not only from the big teams, but from the smaller teams as well.
Yeah, but personally, by that stature, then you have to just take my word for it then, because I watch MLS just as hard as I watch Premier League or the Championship. And I'm telling you, it says that the levels on par. There are great teams in the Championship, right? And there are good teams in MLS.
And this is where I'm saying watch as well. A handful.
Oh, I mean a handful. I mean like one handful. I mean like I did say over 10 games. I did over 10 games. Don't put up one hand and say a handful. A two hand. Over a handful of games.
A handful. See if you have a handful.
Because first of all, it's just like me saying, because the other day, the Columbus played Aston Villa in a friendly the other day and dumped them up 4-1. I am not going to say, oh, I saw that game. Okay, MLS can match themselves against Aston Villa in the Premier League. No, it's a one-off game. They are friendly too. So you can't even use that.
Let me just bring up this on screen, right? So this is the Eastern Conference versus the Western Conference, right? Now, I don't watch a lot of MLS, but we can just go through this and tell the team the moment no say no good na MLS in general.
Yeah,
we can just tell you.
There.
All right, so FC Cincinnati, I know them as a good team. Orlando City, Columbus, Philadelphia, right? But when you go down the pecking order, Nashville isn't a good team, right? New York Red Bulls.
Wait, I'm gonna talk about each of them now. Nashville is an okay team.
Historically.
Oh, historically. Well,
yeah, remember,
go ahead.
People have to remember a lot of these teams are new franchise teams. Them no more than some of them not older than 5 years old now. Some of the new ones.
Yeah, Nashville is 4 years old.
So I'm just saying historically, right? New York City, that's definitely. I think them they won a trophy a couple years ago, but historically, once again, I'm not talking like a one-off season. You get me? I say Inter Miami, them just from where them have them best season. Like since Messi arrived, them win a look at one trophy. You know, if you go for the Western Conference, I think most of the teams in the Western Conference are fairly new teams in the MLS, to be honest, as well.
No, they're not. St. Louis is only new one there. Most of the older teams are in the West. St. Louis is a new one that came last year, and then finished top. Seattle is normally this a powerhouse, just like LAFC and Galaxy, as you can see. Because Seattle is playing in the World Club Championship next year. So, but again, they can even a one-off season they can't necessarily use, because the way MLS set up is that they because of their roster rules and everything, that they have to basically dump them team out every 2 years and start over.
Why?
A big deal then said, and then I didn't even get to read it. All right. What at the end of the day, I'm just saying. Again, I'm not saying MLS can go. Any team MLS can go and dominate championship or anything like that. But it is fundamentally considered amongst people globally to be similar in talent and quality.
Repeat.
Right.
Repeat.
They're considered to be almost on par with each other leagues. Championship and MLS.
Word for word, just now. What you say in terms of talent or something like so?
Oh no, I was saying in terms of talent and quality, they are considered neck and neck. Then globally.
Well, I have to disagree that one.
Championship is a more competitive league. We can both agree with that. Right? Three of us can agree. That's a different
argument.
They're competitively, but we are talking about quality.
Well, let me just say this. To dismantle you two individuals, right? Before we move on to the next topic. Come on, get to the next topic, you know. You talk about quality.
Third time this now you're interrupting.
Romeo Lavia was transferred from the championship. James Madison, Nathan Ake, Harvey Barnes, and this is in recent times. Archie Gray, you have Roberts where they were left Hull City and got on Liverpool legend. Livramento with the Newcastle right now, right? James Ward-Prowse, Joe Pedro play for Brighton right now. You have players like Jude Bellingham. When not too long ago he was in the championship and the man them retired, the man got Borussia Dortmund, win one trophy, win a local cup, and then go Real Madrid and win 3 trophies in one season, I believe, right? You have Somerville, bad piece of player down Leeds where just go West Ham, right? Ben Godfrey, Ramsdale where everybody did doubt and him go Arsenal. Yes, he's not the number one now, but him holy more on him go Arsenal. He left from the championship. Sheffield United, you have I'm not call it Italians, Italians like that. You get me? I say Goicoris will left and go Sporting Lisbon where they will cost maybe $100 million right now. Right, Danjuma, but we just give some big players in recent times to leave the championship. All right, so tell me the player them historically from the MLS that are big players. We go to like the English Premier League or better leagues. Name them.
Well, you say Premier League, but it can't be just Premier League alone.
Better league, something equivalent to Championship or the Premier League.
Bro, Messi win a World Cup and a Copa America. While he play at this level.
No, you can't use that. You can't use that.
Name the players from the MLS historically. Big players.
And generally speaking, that is going to be harder, bro, because Championship is right under the nose of Premier League. People are going to shop from that area more than MLS area.
But Jean-Pierre said. But Jean-Pierre stated that the quality of players are basically just the same. So if the quality of players are just the same, wouldn't the players in MLS be cheaper? So why not shop for better quality or the same quality players in the MLS at a cheaper cost?
That's the case. Sometimes it comes down to scouting and league visibility plays a role. This is why things change because Messi is here now, because the visibility has increased. And the Almiron helped change things as well, because you have to think about in the Argentine league, then, for instance, a lot of good players are also there. But how much visibility they get?
Exactly.
You understand? The championship, any team in Europe is easier to scout there than to scout overseas across the pond.
That's simple.
So same for the Brazil league, Colombia league, Argentine league, MLS. You have to really spend money for send scouts over there to really properly ascertain talent and do well. But more and more European clubs are doing that, as you can see with Crystal Palace got Chris Richards out of FC Dallas via Bayern Munich, right? Alphonso Davies went to Bayern Munich through Vancouver.
Man
City are getting a lot of players from NYC.
Man City went for 40.
Stop being an ass, bro. That's just the City group operating at its best.
No.
Hold on, Jean-Pierre. City getting a player from the MLS. Brother, City getting a player from the MLS is nothing big. That's like when Jean-Pierre, listen. Jean-Pierre, make a last one so we can get to the other topics.
Yeah, man. Hold on. So City getting a Zach Steffen from Columbus and then come back for a 14-year-old player in America is that nothing to do with their group?
You're hyping up this 14-year-old kid. You're hyping up this. What's his name? Stop hyping up this 14-year-old kid on the media. Zach Stefan is a below average goalkeeper. Zach Stefan is nothing special.
Was Zach Stefan played in the championship? So I don't know what you mean. I was talking about the championship. And then hold on. And then you said, hold on. I know you're gonna say we are hyping up a 14-year-old. Nobody said he's a world beater. Who said he went for him? How you know him? How you know he's not talented? Have you seen him play?
I'll be a chat
person.
The man now.
You said we're hyping up. Hold on.
You see, of watching these players, brother. The man doesn't bring out and that me can't like with the man, brother.
I have. If people have got class that you would just move to City as a wonder kid, then Whisper is a wonder kid for me. There's no way that
you know this wonder kid word. Nobody never called the man a wonder kid, brother.
The media.
Hold on, person. You compare a 14-year-old to a 8-year-old person. You compare a 14-year-old to a 18-year-old.
Hype up the money now. I hype up Zach Stefan and them people. I know. Zach Stefan left from Manchester City.
Oh God, man.
Where did Zach Stefan leave from City?
Yo, Jean-Pierre fan, big up yourself.
Where did Zach Stefan?
Yo, what is
Stefan went to the championship. He went to the championship.
Yeah. How you feel about that move?
All right. So this is the last point. I must want about one more point. Coming on the radio on the show, for real. You did talk about the players that returning to JPL. First of all, Zimidi is for what I heard, is no longer more pleasant. So it may be that it was never confirmed that he was officially coming back. It could be that he just came here for some training and gone again. So we don't know if he's back in Belgium or somewhere else. We don't know where he is. So that's the last word I got. But you guys make it sound that Jamaica is the only country or only league where players come back. It happens everywhere. It happens everywhere in the world.
Hold on.
Yeah, but the level of
I'm a Brazilian player, right? And I leave from the Brazilian league and I fail in Europe. It's better for me to go back to the Brazilian league compared to when a Jamaican goes to Europe and they come back to the JPL.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, but sometimes that comes after this name reputation. Because if somebody hear you're Brazilian, they will take a chance on you. People are not necessarily taking chances on Jamaican just because you're Jamaican. So if you fail one area, it's basically a death sentence for you. You can come back just because you're Jamaican. If you're a Brazilian, somebody will take a next chance on you. Because if you're a Brazilian, you just think, say, yo, you can play ball. So they will take a chance. So it's not always because they don't want to stay in Europe or they're not of the certain quality. Sometimes, their agent fight for them to get somewhere. It don't work out that one place, and then it is a death sentence for them. They can't go anywhere else. Because the reputation.
I have one more question for you, Jean-Pierre, before you leave. Why did Zach Stefan leave from Middlesbrough? He was on loan, played 42 games, and he went back to Colorado Rapids. Why did he leave the championship to go back to the
All right, I'm glad you asked that. He went back to MLS because his wife wanted to be back home closer to family. And Colorado was paying him a higher salary that he was getting in the championship. That's why he went.
Another thing as well. Per se, notice where you just said the man play in a championship? 42 games. You think if you're not a championship goalkeeper, you're going to play 42 games in the championship?
And Stefan was also in the Bundesliga and played much was starting keeping in the Bundesliga. That's where City went and get from. So he's not sure.
Yeah, sink
yourself. All I'm saying is that they can hold their own in championship. That's all.
All I'm saying, when an American tends to go to a club that is operated by some form of Americans, he will tend to find American players going to that club. It doesn't mean that the player is special. Todd Bowley, him of Chelsea, you have a couple of Americans over there. I think Crystal Palace, even one of the shareholders, I think he's American as well. So you will find American players there. Fulham, I don't remember if Fulham.
What are you talking about, Perso? What are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying. Hold on, man. Historically speaking. Hold on, man. I'm just going to land so we can move on to the next
What are you saying? So you're saying it's Americans for marketing?
Now stop the YouTube because I just feel like some dunce in general when it comes to football. People just make me feel stupid.
No.
Yo, don't make him in camera off here, laugh him.
It's not about laughing. What I try to say, if we're talking about the Premier League, historically speaking, before Americans started to invest in the league, you had 1 and 2 Americans in the league, right? Don't get me wrong. They
Yes.
had 1 and 2 Americans, and those Americans, historically speaking, were the best in class of American football players or soccer players, what they want to call it, right? Am I lying?
Yeah. No, you're not
Okay.
lying. Go ahead.
Okay, those are the best in class, right? Now I'm saying when
Mm.
American owners started to invest in the Premier League and they started to have shares in different clubs, you found that influx of American players in these respective teams. It doesn't mean that these players were good enough to make it to these teams, but what you find is that an American owner owns a team or has some shares in a team and then bring over one American player. We've seen it at
Give me
Chelsea,
example.
right?
Give me an example.
Yeah,
One
Chelsea.
second, let me give you an example. So yeah, tell me
So
the move where
So
all
Man
Pulisic
City.
was there before Man City. Which American have ownership in Man City?
It's the City
That
group.
one.
Remember, said I'm not saying that American own City, you know, but the City group, them own the teams like New York City FC. Them have Girona. Who did they purchase from Girona just now? Them purchased the youth from Girona just now, right? Them bring
Wasn't
Zach
the
Stefan.
Brazilian.
Zach Stefan,
He was
despite
on
Zach
loan.
Stefan, hold on, no. Despite Zach Stefan being in Germany at the time, he was always a part of the City group. I say you go something like that.
No, he was never part of the City group.
Well, my mistake there.
Because I'm telling you,
I just stop.
because New York City FC is their city team, and they have yet to buy anybody from that team, apart from the I think the youngster, his name, the Jamaican that just went there the other day, the left back, Christopher Marlin, I think his name, McFarlane.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's basically one of the very first that's coming from City, New York
Alright,
City.
so correction on
Man-
Zach Stefan, right? But me just I say, when you find Americans involved in a league or involved in a specific team, them always bring over.
But you have to give me
influx of-
no more person. You have to give me an example. The only team you could argue that did that was Leeds when they brought over 3 Americans one time. Apart from that, I don't see that happening.
The Americans. And I said they were scrubs. That was McKennie, Tyler Adams, and who else? And attacking midfielder, Aronson.
Yeah.
And all 3 of those players played well. So that wasn't a bias in any way because they all played well and they were all.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. When name again? The one with the Juventus. Did he play well in the Premier League?
He was one of the best players in the Serie A last year though.
No, I'm asking a question. When he was in the Premier League, so if he was one of the best players in the Serie A last season,
He came. Hold on. He came to a struggling Leeds team that's fighting relegation midway.
but why Juventus want to get rid of him so bad if he was one of the best players last season? Juventus every season.
No.
Hold on,
Press up.
It doesn't have anything to do with his quality.
Hold on.
Hold on, the champion fan.
Let me answer him. No money carry.
I'm gonna get that chance.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, you're shooting. Sorry.
You know me, I say, bro. You do not bring that up because there are a whole lot of quality players on that list, and it has nothing to do with their quality. The reason why they might get shipped out. Thiago Mata, him put down the list there and say, "Yo, these players, a whole lot of them were on the Allegri as well. Him no want them type of players here.
Before Thiago Mata, Jean-Pierre, before Thiago Mata, Juventus.
Brother, stop interrupt me, dog.
Alright, hold on. Opening one is answering quick in Dicanio because
before Thiago.
Alright. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Jean-Pierre, before Thiago Mata went to Juventus, then been try get rid of Tyler, not Tyler Adams. When name again?
West Ham McKennie. Sorry, break it up.
McKennie. Before Thiago Mata go Juventus, then been try get rid of the youth. I just
No. Let me clarify.
Guess what? The course I mute my mic. So
I don't know. Alright, we're gonna come during the show. Alright, guys,
I just the course I move my, you know.
No, but this remember the last point from McKennie. Aston Villa wanted him. They couldn't come to agreement on salary, so that never worked out. So if Aston Villa, a Champions League team, could want him, who has no Americans in ownership, as far as I'm concerned, that means
I'm not saying for every player that's the case, you know. But I'm just saying you find it in and around the Premier League and the Championship that American owners that tend to have some of these teams, they bring over an influx of.
Well, I don't personally see that honestly. Because
I mean, Crystal Palace. Let's talk about Palace. 3 American investors, right? They have like 1 or 2 American players at Palace. You have Burnley.
Apart from Chris Richards, which other American is at Palace? There's only one.
but he's still an example. Like there's
And
an
Chris
American.
Richard
And he came
he's there because
and he
he's
came from Bayern Munich. He came from Bayern Munich.
exactly. So the point where you try to make has nothing to do with this, brother. Yeah, make it seems as if a scrubs them a take from America bring come. When these are quality players,
Maybe just not know if you explain myself, but big up yourself, Jean-Pierre.
it is evident.
Big up. Yeah, big up. Yeah, man, thanks for having me on the show. Big up.
No
Yeah.
joke, fam. Big up.
People, maybe me just don't know if you explain myself. I'm not saying the American owners go to the MLS and get these players, but I'm saying I think the American owners for these respective teams, no matter where you are in the world, they will give you an opportunity. Them tend to try to purchase an American player. So I'm not saying them go straight to the MLS and bring a player from the MLS. But just I say, once you're American and you're playing that league, them tend to bring you to their team. That's all I'm trying to say. Maybe I'm still not explaining properly, but I can move on
And
still.
nothing is wrong with that if they are quality. So I'm
All
gonna
right.
see what was the issue. But right before we go on to the next show, guys, 55 minutes on the show. If you want to keep going, like, subscribe, comment, share. You see me? Hit that like button. Jarvis Pirates, big up yourself. Wanna go ahead and get the likes them up. Press or complain from what you say. Not like it all content, bro. But you need to like up the bro thing so you can get out there in the algorithm, fam. You see me? Well, I want movement, you know. I want movement, fam. So go ahead and like the video.
Wrexham beat Chelsea, and Wrexham is a League One team. I'm gonna even admit preseason when it comes to that thing. Can me see American teams beat Manchester United before? That means them can beat when on a real competitive game. You get me? I say, mass defenders and none of them made an impact. You know, I just move on from the country because you guys, know the struggle when it comes on to the kind of people right now. Me advocate for bring back Dylan Panny show.
Why did I come back? You're tired, little boy.
People, if you don't watch the show, you know me and Dylan get along better. You get me? I say we have civil conversations. But we can move on to the next topic, right? So who can move on to? Let me just update the people them on Whisper because Craig Butler posted it on his Instagram. So basically, Whisper is leaving Jamaica. I think it's today to head back to England, to Chelsea, to I guess preseason. You know what I'm saying? Players that are returning but that are not on the preseason tour, they will be training at Chelsea with whoever is responsible surrounding those players. So this is Craig Butler and Whisper, and obviously at the Norman International. Oh boy. Norman Manley International Airport. Norman Manley International Airport. I told me love Mobile Airport now, people. Norman Manley International Airport. And it's like there's one place in Jamaica. Once you stand in front of that place, say Norman Manley International. You get my message just based off the glass itself, right? So caption I kind of long, so I'm not gonna read it out. But big up to Whisper still, big up to Craig Butler. So let's see what becomes of Whisper next season. I genuinely think that Whisper will be going out on loan next season. I think that's the system that Chelsea operates in right now. The loaner player, and then you do good, you're forward back, and then they make an assessment surrounding you, whether you stay or whether you leave. So and I definitely think Whisper needs a loan next season. Get some first team football, and whether it's in the League One, whether it's in Championship or somewhere else. I remember Chelsea, they share a relationship with Strasbourg as well. I think Chelsea basically owns Strasbourg, or the group that owns Chelsea. I think they also own Strasbourg down there in France. So that could be a possibility for Whisper as well. So I think they'll be assessing Whisper and what his options are next season. But we can move over to Shamar Nicholson, right? So people, Shamar Nicholson is cut from the Spartak Moscow first team, and Shamar Nicholson also deactivated his Instagram page. Now the news is that there's a likely loan move for Shamar Nicholson heading into next season. And one thing people have to remember, the current manager that is at Spartak Moscow now, when he just came in to Spartak Moscow, he made it clear that Shamar Nicholson is not in the plans surrounding the first team. So Shamar Nicholson just finished loan last season, went back to Spartak Moscow. We saw him in a video where he was like in the gym, and now I think Spartak Moscow, they will be playing their fourth game tomorrow. It will be their third league game in the Russian league. Then play one cup game so far, right? I think they have like 5 more to go to advance to the next round. And Shamar Nicholson has not featured in any of those games. Also, he's not on the bench, etc., etc. So that's the news surrounding Shamar Nicholson, and he's represented by the same agent as Kaheim Dixon. Now, Dicanio, I know say rate Shamar Nicholson and thing, but what's the future for Shamar Nicholson as it pertains to him being at Spartak Moscow? It's obvious that he has no future at the club.
Bro, man. Right now, I just hope the man find a good move from. I don't know, dog. The man just messed up his career from when he got shot Spartak. And they are very quiet. So not like you hear a whole lot of rumors, you ask questions, you nearly get a whole lot of answers. So I don't even know the situation with him deactivated. Maybe it even have nothing to do with football. You see me? It could be something even deeper than football, right? So you never know, fam. Just time will tell. Maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks or so. We see how it play out. But yeah, fam, just hopefully him can get a good move somewhere. For me, kind of too late, but well, nothing is never too late. But in terms of the level, I'm thinking would have been at the age that he is right now.
How old is Nicholson? 27?
Yeah, he might be 27 this year, I believe. Yeah, fam.
Yo, people, I have a question for you.
It's never too late. 27 a good age for a striker. He can find himself somewhere, bro, and really revive it. But right now, his club career just looks shaky, fam. No joke.
Yeah. People, I have a question. How am I unblock Chris Smith? Because when we used to Chris Smith used to bother me enough time when I'm up on other people's platform and they blocking people. And me see my comment. When I know if I unblock the man to see where my comments to people. You get me? I said, the man used to bother me every day. Hey, yo, when you could have comment in peace. You see me? I say, and man used to just torment me and Jano. Somebody said MLS comparable to championship. Big up yourself, John Doe. Host is right and make good points. I'm the host. Dicanio is the co-host. So maybe I actually talk you still know. You get me? I say,
a nerd.
General don't say aggressive. But as it pertains to Shamar Nicholson, like, bro, I just think it come to the point where, like, even if you just find a permanent club right now, you know, I don't think it's going to work out in Spartak Moscow, especially with just the political atmosphere in Russia. I don't think as a player, like, you really want in a them environment there. You get me? I say? Obviously,
yeah, he was in training. He did come back. Just like how any player way, once them go out, right, him? On loan, them have to come back, do them assessment, do them medicals for them club, make sure it's everything good and steady. So I think that was the case for Boza. But I think the league started Russia, right? Yeah. Personally, that terms the league started Russia, and he's not been involved in the teams, right?
They play them third league game tomorrow.
So they're going to play them third league game tomorrow. In deactivating page, something just seemed off. He's not in the squad. He hasn't been playing, even though he's back, and he did post a big picture that he's coming back. So something just seems off with Shamar Nicholson.
Plus, let me just fact check this, but the manager that went there, that shipped out Shamar Nicholson at first, he did make it clear that Nicholson was not in his plans. I get me, I say, and I think he's the same manager that is there right now. Go and take over the show. Let me just fact check that for a second. I want to see if it's the same manager there right now.
Signals Media. I'm not talk about no more MLS in my side. I'm just have to talk about that another time. Jean-Pierre fan says Shamar should try Serbia. Other Jamaicans' performance there should open up doors. Bro, I think he's a level above Serbia. We would have loved to see him in at least championship. Bro, the boss are ball line, man. Man, don't make it look like the boss are some mink in a sink, brother. Man, a baller, brother. The man just need an atmosphere that he's comfortable in. Where he feel like say he's at home in. I'm gonna feel him get that since him left. He always been a fair fight to prove himself, but just feel him need somewhere to settle. You know, I'm gonna feel you can settle that well in a Belgium, or you settle that well in a Spartak, or you settle that well in a French league. I just feel the championship would suit him so well. I really believe the championship would suit Shamar Nicholson well. He would have there in our atmosphere where I'm familiar with. Everybody speak English. The atmosphere, the culture, good at England as well. Familiarity, them little thing there. So I just think he needs to find a home. You see me? And I see Young Kings Entertainment are saying can't manage championship. Come on. And again, this is a thing I'm gonna like with people. Or anytime people talk about a league, gonna feel like say at the top, high level, like the first, second, third place, the playoff section of the league. Championship means from 1st to 24th. And I believe, of course, Shamar Nicholson can play at a championship team. Right? So, this man, if you say the man is not at that level, fam. Come on.
By the way, the manager with the chip out Nicholson first, he's no longer at the club. based off what I'm seeing. They have a new manager with them just appointed basically recently. And yeah, so the manager didn't ship him out at first. He's no longer at the club based on what I'm seeing, right? And it seems to me like she's not in the plans. I don't think Nicholson is really comfortable down there in Russia. You get me? I say, as it pertains to the championship, yeah, I think Shamar Nicholson could have cut it in the championship. You know, I don't think he's like a. I think Shamar Nicholson is actually what, like a double-digit striker.
Mm.
Yeah, I think Nicholson could get 10
The
goals.
man can hit, of course, the man can hit over 10 goals in a championship, brother.
Yeah, I think we could have hit 10 goals in a championship.
Just feel the man decision making in terms of, yeah, brother.
Yeah. I say, but him definitely have to find a way out. He has 2 years left on his contract, I believe, as well. Drop the link in the comment section so we can get some calls. And Football Giants, big up yourself. Him say Shamar is 27 years old. From March, he might elevate too slow. Are the agents proactive enough? He is the second to third to get axed from. Well, he's not axed from the club. The club never axed him, like kick him out or nothing. It's just that he's cut from the first team. Young Kings Entertainment said, don't see him scoring 10 or even 20 plus goals in the championship, and you need that in any of the top teams. But we're not saying he should play for the top teams in the championship. Well, I'm not saying he should play for the top teams in the championship. And I don't think Nicholson in the championship, even for a top team, can score 20 goals. However, for any respectable team in the championship, using the service of a Shamar Nicholson and providing good service, I think he can get like 9-10 goals a season, 9-10-11, and like a couple of assists.
The man can hit double figures easily, brother. But I ask Christ that in championship. We are not saying that he is not at Sparta Nitro. We never say that. We just say that he is cut from the first team. The league has started. He's not been involved in any squad so far. They're going to play them third league game coming soon, and he still hasn't been involved in the squad. Right? So that's what we're reporting.
And nobody cannot say it's down to fitness, because he recently played in the World Cup qualifiers. He played in the Copa America, right? Played in the Copa America, and then him get him break, him head back to Spartak in Russia. So he's up to match fitness more than probably some other players as well, right?
And then that coupled with the fact that he deactivated his Instagram, something right, bro. Something very sketchy there.
But if you look at his agent, right, and the players that him have, I don't know all the players that his agent has, but I know say Kaheim Dixon just recently got a transfer. What's his name again? Trevante Stewart recently got a transfer to the Serbian league as well. I know you have Shamar Nicholson. Is Flemings under the same agent? People correct me if I'm wrong. Is Junior Flemings under the same agent as them?
CFAS
not get a move recently as well.
Not recently, around 2 seasons now.
I think CFAS get a move in somewhere. No. Think we see that somewhere. I don't know if it's true. But what I say is quite a few players under the agency, them up on the move. You get me? I say I'm just list 2. But I think somebody did say CFAS get a transfer. But I don't think it did true. I say fear people.
Let's go to the next topic now. Time shows so done. So Michail Antonio will finish it off.
Alright, so Michail Antonio people. Michail Antonio, 1 year left on his contract at West Ham United, and Michail Antonio basically stated that he will be fighting for his place at the club no matter who comes in. Recently they signed a striker. How many pronounce? Fulker. You know German people.
Fulker.
Yeah, Fulker. So this is the thing. Antonio to remain at West Ham United.
Them signed Somerville as well.
Read?
Somerville from Leeds.
Oh, yeah. Michail Antonio is reportedly expected to remain at West Ham this summer. The 34-year-old is in the final year of his contract at the London Stadium, and there has been a host of speculation surrounding his future in recent weeks. The Hammers were thought to be looking to move Antonio on this summer, but according to Football Insider, newly appointed head coach Julian Lopetegui wants to keep hold of him. Lopetegui is reportedly confident that Antonio can add value to the team during the 24-25 campaign. The forward has represented the Hammers in 308 occasions in all competitions, scoring 82 goals and registering 40 assists in the process. Last season, Antonio made 32 appearances for his London club scoring 7 goals and providing 2 assists. Also, have to remind you guys that he did have injuries last season, so that kind of affected him. But when he came back, he did contribute to West Ham at the back end of last season. So what do you have to say about Antonio Dicanio?
If Lopetegui saying them plans, then why not stick around? You get to play top level football. You have to be 35, no matter what role. Play top level football for 1 more year. See what you can achieve with West Ham. You're a legend for the club already. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. There were rumors of him going to MLS before, also to Saudi. Maybe him just not feel like he want to do that or make that move. Plus, him did in a rough period in his life. So I don't think you want to switch and make them type of moves, especially to Saudi, a place where you're not sure one way might even get you even more depressed. So I bet him just stay close to what he calls home and what he knows to be home, and find back himself and find back his feet. So yeah, bro, it's a decent. I think it's the best decision for him to stay.
But let me just say this: Young Kings music, Young Kings Entertainment. What is striker name for Sheffield Wednesday?
Bailey Karamar.
I mean, isn't he like one for the future? And I know him never scored over 15 goals last season.
I never mentioned about I could bother call back his name.
And I'm sure he said check the top 10, but we're not saying. I don't know.
They made tough, brother. No jokes, bro. When we say championship level, we don't mean top 10. You know, the championship level. Man, type to say championship level means from 1st to 24th. You see, from your day in the bracket there, it is championship level. So if you can't cut it for the top half, you can cut it for the second half.
But it said check the top 10 strikers. Okay, let's check the top 15. And the 5 where you would have added on to the 10, how many goals them would have scored last season? If them score at least 10 goals, or say 10 or 11, then what we're simply saying is that Nicholson could also do that as well. There are 24 teams in the championship. If you tell me Nicholson can play for one team, it doesn't have to be a top team, but if you tell me Nicholson can play for one team in the championship, then I'm going to find it hard to believe. Trust me. Right? Yeah, and he's West Ham's all-time leading goal scorer as well. Is it in the Premier League or overall? I think it's in the Premier League.
In the Prem.
Yeah, in the Prem. Yeah, so him says Cephas and so Flemings and Nicholson them share the same agent, and Flemings just recently got a transfer. So out of all the players I know, you have Dixon will just leave, you have Flemings will leave again and go for UAE. And what's the next one? Flemings. One name over Germany, over Italy, man, or just go Serbia. Your friend, man, what's my name again? Trevante Stewart. So those are 3 players since summer that they've gotten a transfer. So Nicholson.
Look at this. For example, Jamal Lowe scored 9 goals in the championship last year. You have to say Boza can't do that. And Jamal Lowe is a season after season championship level player. He's a proven championship level player, and the man scored 9 goals last season. You have to say Boza can't do that. Of course, Boza is a championship level player, brother.
I mean, bro, if Boza can play in a League One down in France,
exactly.
Relegated, but
and the man scored 4 goals and 3 assists in 27 games.
Yeah.
And he never started all of those games either. And in championship, you have a whole heap more games for playing a championship. Not to mention those cup games, League Cup games, FA Cup games. But yeah, tell me, brother, of course, the man can hit double figures.
Yeah, I think goes in a championship. I think he could accomplish that. Young King said he can play in the championship, but he will be a struggle team, which will make it hard for him because the top 10 to 13 clubs have better strikers. But even if that's the case, well, I'm not going to rule him out of like the top 10 to 13 clubs. We say like him couldn't do nothing for them. You get me? I say you have to see it to believe it. You see me? You have a lot of players who go to the championship who you think they could have never do nothing and them do something. You get me? I say? So can't really rule him out in that sense. And let's
revive Chuba Akpam career.
Repeat?
Chuba Akpam, ex-Arsenal star on the field. Championship revive him career and him get a move go Ajax.
And even if you look at this right now, right? Yeah, you have. I'm assuming that the top teams in the championship right now are teams like Coventry, Burnley, seeing that them just get relegated. Leeds United, Luton Town, Middlesbrough, let me see, Sunderland, Swansea, Watford, Sheffield United. When Sheffield did in that Prem? Last season or season before that? Last season, right?
Them just get demoted.
Yeah, so I would assume that those are some of the top teams in the championship for right now. Norwich City, we did mention them as well, right? And if we're going like based off last season, the teams that remain in the championship that did not get promoted, then you'd include Leeds United in that list. You'd include West Brom, Norwich City that sit in 6th position last season, Hull City. Coventry was a good team last season as well. So, I think Shamar Nicholson could have played at the championship. If he can play in a League One down at France, he scored 4 goals, 3 assists in a team that, got relegated. I think he can do a job in the championship. You think the championship is a harder league than League One?
But I'm not going to the Twitter, bro.
No, I'm not trying to set you up or nothing, but I'm just say.
Start of the week, fam.
All right. Oh, I think they produce the start of the week at the
Start of the week, thanks, bro.
Man, people, before we get into the start of the week, just go ahead, start of the week, just go ahead, people. Hit that like button, smash that like button, people. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, share the video as well. Although we're coming to the end of it. But before you guys leave, let's do the star of the week. And let me take 2 comments before we head into the star of the week. Him said, I think Boza back to Belgium would be the best option. He could possibly hit 20 goals per season at Anderlecht. Gunners Boss say, Olympic Games commentator this hour. What Gunners Boss mean? League One is a top 5 league. Championship is ranked 10th. Sheffield United. RR said both at Stoke City. If you go Stoke City, you have big shows to fill. With the former Liverpool player name again, Crouch. I joke. I'm not saying I'm gonna fill Crouch, but hold on. Young Kings. No man.
I'm tell you, say Young Kings are mad man, you know.
People. No man. Nah agree with that comment. I'm not agree with that comment. I don't like the French league, but I not agree with that comment there. So I'm going to get into the star of the week, people. So yesterday we had the punk of the week. Who was the punk of the week yesterday again? Olympics. Olympics organizers. So today we have the star of the week. This Sunday, people, the star of the week. So before we get into the star of the week, people, star of the week, drop it in the comment section. Who do you guys think will be crowned star of the week? More see like over 5 comments. Star of the week, people. Who do you think I get the star of the week? Because this one will be surprising the people. Who do you think gets star of the week? Him say, is this the punk show with Pressa and Gunners LOL? Gunners boss Arsenal support, don't this year. So yeah, people in the comment section, Nico O'Reilly, him say baller that kill Arsenal and Manchester United. People, drop in the comment section. I only think I could be star of the week, man. We got a super chat actually. L Forbes, big up yourself. Well, super sticker. Big up yourself, L Forbes, for your super sticker. Him say, somebody said Leon Bailey. Young King said Leon Bailey. We need 2 more comments, people. Star of the week. Who do you guys think could be star of the week, people? Come on, man. 2 more comments. Star of the week, people. Don't be scared to share your thoughts in the comment section. Star of the week. Who do you guys think will get star of the week? 2 more comments we need to reveal the star of the week. RR say Kishi and Thompson. That's 1 comment. We need 1 more. RR say Kishi and Thompson. 1 more comment we need, and then reveal who the star of the week is. We need somebody else to comment who they think will get star of the week. Come on, people. Don't do minutes. 1 more comment. 1 more comment we need to reveal the star of the week. Once again, L4s, big up for your super sticker. So them not give me the 1 more comment. 115 of you guys on live. 1 more comment, people. Come on, man. Who do you guys think will get star of the week? We must can get 1 more comment. Dicanio, who do you think I get star of the week?
Drum roll, Arnie Slot.
Somebody say Arnie Slot?
Yeah.
Or say Arnie Slot is a newcomer.
Say he was a candidate, but you see, Pressa biased my side. But do you want to get Slot, But you see, because Slot dump up immediate side, he never want to get Slot side.
Somebody said if it's today's news, Noah Lyles is the star of the week, followed by the Jamaica justice system. Somebody said Michail Antonio. All right, give me a quick drum roll. Let me reveal the star of the week.
1 sec before. We can't. Where address?
Julian Alfred, people. Yeah. Julian Alfred gets the star of the week. Big up to the shared girl that's also part-time Jamaican, as she used to attend the St. Catherine High School, that the current Prime Minister attended as well. St. Catherine High School, a beer star. The people them producing people. Julian Adford, she won the gold medal in the women's 100-meter final. I'm glad to she win it because guess what? The title remains in the Caribbean. You know, Sherika couldn't get to perform or compete in the 100-meter. Shelly pulled out for whatever reason that was, right? So whenever you have nobody that could have competed to really get the gold medal, we had the next girl, Tia Clayton. Big up to Tia Clayton as well. Honorable mention. But Julian Alfred, she used to live in Jamaica people for 3 years, and she did big up Jamaica as well. You know, so big up Julian Alfred for winning the gold medal in the 100-meter female sprint.
And going back to Gunners balls, Noah Lyles. We can't get Noah Lyles and Star of the Week, brother. I want to deal with them boy, brother. Them boy, they can't get. The only way them man they fought on this show is as a punk. You see me? Them man they can't get no Star of the Week on my show, brother. Fully biased. Fully, brother. That is.
And big up to Kishian Thompson as well. People, what do you think? You think Olympics rap Kishian Thompson or Noah won that race fair and square? I think Noah win fair and square now because I'm Tarso. I got them check for, you know, that fought over the line first. So I got them look for first. I get me, I say, but Kishian Thompson, you're in a good race. But I was listening to Oral Tracy, and to be honest, before Oral Tracy's recent video, he was always talking about Kishian Thompson not running the full length of the track. And in basically, I say him feel like that was a contributing factor as to why him never win. As well as the fact that him not used to having competition around him. Because this was a close race, you know. If I can remember, every Olympic 100-meter final, I think this is one of the closest race that we've ever had in a long while. When Bolt and them man they run, brother, Bolt and them man they run left pack already. You know what I say? You see me? This one you have Kishian Thompson right there. Then you have the South African youth, I believe it was. And then you have Noah Lyles fall from, which lane was he in? Like lane 6, I believe, or something like so. Yeah, so I mean, big up to the Olympic athletes for every respective country. Big up to the Jamaican them as well. I think we have 2 Jamaicans who qualified for the final of the men's long jump. I don't know how the results stay for that as yet. And we have 1 Jamaican who is competing in the triple jump. Can't remember his name. Big athlete, man. Should I remember his name, you know? Jaja. But people, we've come to the end of the show. Big up on yourself. Big up to Big Steph, the man from the Big Steph channel.
Go and subscribe, guys. Hit the on screen. Pull it up back. Big Steph. Any Arsenal fans that are here, go ahead. Big Steph. That's his channel. Just go ahead and give him a subscribe. Him do a whole lot of quality Arsenal content. Big up.
Yeah, man. Alright, so them boy they polish them nails.
Yeah, boy. I want to deal with them, boy.
Gunners boy said that's a great one. Alfred did it to Shakari. I feel like Shakari threw shade after Jamaica. I know she was like, oh, big up to Tia Clayton for like being the only Jamaican to represent your country in the race. Like, girl, like, you need for business to come to Jamaica with you. Like, I let them do the people, them for the Jamaica and them eat a 1 KFC and then big up Jamaica. But they're not like it. Me was not like them, especially Shakari. But people come to the end of it and let me give you guys the outro for the show.